the things that you want to leave behind in 2020.
Yeah, we're doing leaving behind in 2020 this time.
And I'll just start by saying everything. Leave
everything?
Everything behind. Trash you.
Everything. We live?
We live.
We live. Welcome back to the Opinion Factory podcast, the podcast for free thinkers and challenge seekers.
Yes, sir.
I'm Khelil.
I'm Alex. Last year we did a little something special, during the end of the year, 2019. Decent year, pretty solid year.
A lot better in retrospect.
We're thinking of just the things that you want to leave behind in 2020.
Yeah, we're doing leaving behind in 2020 this time.
And I'll just start by saying everything. Leave
everything?
Everything behind. Trash year.
Everything?
Trash year. We lost Kobe. We lost Chadwick Boseman. Who else did we lost some great people this year.
Some good things happened.
Oh man.
All right, some good things happened. Some good things happened in 2020.
2020 garbage year, but some good things that happened, but still garbage year.
Sure,
we lost basketball, man. I can't even go to the gym and play basketball no more.
Right, but what are we leaving behind though? When we leave behind everything, what do we have?
There's a lot to leave behind. But go ahead. There's a ton to leave behind, sir.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking like 2020 related kind of thing. I'm like just thinking like in general, like not even like COVID, Kobe, heartbreaking for sure, but. I mean, those people are gone. I'm not going to leave them behind. I want to bring their memories with us into 2021, of course.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I would say something I want to leave behind in 2020, something I've been finding more and more of this year, surprisingly, since anyways, something I've been noticing more I want to leave behind is what I want to call toxic femininity. All right,
toxic femininity.
This isn't to say that femininity in itself is toxic, but I just want something catchy, something quick, like toxic masculinity, which obviously isn't to say that masculinity is toxic. But it's something that I've been noticing is just the idea, and it probably has to do with the fact that OnlyFans kind of blew up and simping has become more widespread. But it has to do with like how women, particularly attractive, stereotypically attractive and beautiful women, behave. And this has to do, for example, with, have you ever rejected like a beautiful woman or a woman who thought like she was a shit? Has she ever like tried to engage with you or get you to do something and you just weren't really interested, didn't really give it the time of day, said no, whatever?
Yeah, perhaps.
Did she get irate?
No, still gets like a
Did she take it like as an insult, like, who do you think you
Yeah,
are?
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, like that's, for example, like that kind of thing. If you don't bend over backwards for them, like they're so used to men doing, usually they get kind of like irate. And I've seen videos. The other day I was on a binge on YouTube of like bad Uber driver experiences, right? Where they have to kick the passengers out. This guy picks up a bunch of people from the club, it looks like. One of the girls get in the front seat. She was stereotypically attractive, blonde, white, blue-eyed, I think. The video was kind of grainy. But she gets up, started touching the man's radio, turning the music up, changing the station, touching him.
That's trash.
And he's like, yo, she was in all that. He was cool. But when she touched him, he's like, yo, don't touch me. She's like, I can't touch you? Think of the entitlement of that statement just for a second.
Yeah, all right, so
I can't touch you, incredulously to this man getting in his car. So that's just for an example. Toxic femininity is what I'm going to call it.
That's cool.
I want to leave that behind.
I'll go in a little different direction. I mean, I would say Sims, but I'm going to save that for a little bit. There's this really weird thing we do. Nostalgia is a really powerful thing. Mm-hmm. We think about to our childhood, our favorite shows, movies, etc. There's this one show in particular with this fucking character that's a wooden plank. And I just want to get away from the notion that Ed, Edd n Eddy's a good show. Trash show.
Completely agree.
Trash show. I don't know why people revere it so much. It's kind of like Friends, But at least Friends
was alright.
Yeah,
Friends was good.
Friends was alright, Friends was alright. I wouldn't revere as high people revere Friends. Friends is not like,
I enjoyed Friends quite a bit.
Friends is not like The Office or Seinfeld, but Friends is solid. Ed, Edd n Eddy's trash. I want this idea that Ed, Edd n Eddy's a good show to be left behind.
Have you sat through an episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy?
Painfully.
You have? I couldn't finish it. I applaud you. Good job. I couldn't finish it. I couldn't do it.
If I'm scrolling through Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney Channel as a kid, I see Ed and Eddie on. Bye.
Skipped every single time.
Next channel.
Skipped.
I just want to trash show.
Ed and Eddie.
We're getting away. Guys walking around with damn. Man, get out of here.
That's not even the thing that did it for me.
Nonsense. Man, garbage show.
That's not even the thing that irks me the most. Like, obviously that's garbage, but Ed and Eddie had the production value that I could have produced it myself at the time that it was coming out, and I was like 8 years old. I think like right now, me and my niece could probably make like an Ed and Eddie type show.
Like imagine if That's So Raven was on, and then Hey Arnold was on the other channel, and then you got Ed and Eddie. Like, yeah, we go watch Ed and Eddie, bro. Man getting kicked out my house, bro. You got Hey Arnold, That's So Raven. Like, yo, let me go watch. Not even Hey Arnold. You say like Jimmy Neutron.
Right.
Jimmy Neutron, That's So Raven. Oh, it's supposed to Ed and Eddie. Get the hell out of my house.
You know what? And all of those shows have references to this day, but I don't hear people referencing Ed and Eddie.
Only reference I heard is that Son of a Shepherd nonsense. I don't even know what that.
Son of a Shepherd.
Yeah, you dare Marcus Son of. I don't even know what that's from. Don't care. Ed and Eddie's trash.
Never
I
heard
want
that.
everyone in my age bracket
To leave that behind.
next
leave
year,
it in
2021. Let's stop pretending this is a good show.
I agree.
Go ahead.
I can get behind that.
This one, get me hot.
Something else I want to leave behind, something we just recently spoke about, flex culture.
Try leaving behind 2019, man. I feel like it got worse, honestly.
You think so?
Man.
It was harder to flex in 2020 since we're all kind of broke.
I saw a lot of money phones. I saw a lot of, oh, I did this. What the fuck have you been doing?
Oh yeah, I did see
like
that.
Like that ITT commercial, bro. Nah.
We spoke about something along those lines during quarantine. We were saying that during quarantine you should be bettering yourself, but we didn't shame you. We weren't like, yo, we did this. What are you doing?
No, yeah.
We were trying to encourage people to do something with themselves without shaming them.
We've been in quarantine for like 8-9 months. Let's
right.
Pick up some new recipes, pick up some new hobbies, some new skills. That's what we trying to say. Not like I'm doing this shit. What the fuck are you? No.
Right. We did say that if you didn't learn anything new, then you kind of wasted your time, but that's not to say that we're better than you. That just goes to show that you're not really using your full potential. So I don't want to say that we were participating in flex culture. We weren't flexing on nobody. We're just trying to help people out.
I'm gonna just go off that a little bit. You know, something flex culture relates to rap music a lot. I really want to get away from rap beef. I hate rap beef.
I was thinking of adding that to my list.
I am honestly really tired of rap beef.
Because
the amount of
what made you think of that?
The amount King Von died recently. That was maybe a month and a half ago now. Mo died. I listen to his music a lot, but I listen to King Von a little bit because Lil Durk's my guy. Mo died, that famous Dallas rapper. He's very famous in Texas. All these people dying over rap beef, man. I'm just really tired of that. So I'm trying to leave rap beef behind in 2020, man.
I was thinking of that.
A lot of people just dying unnecessarily. Bro, nobody else, like we said before, man. No one's Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran aren't beefing about who makes better music.
That's facts.
And then
no other genre of music goes through this.
The beef of that music transfers over to real life violence and real life death. Don't want to see any more brothers dying or sisters dying. I'm tired of that.
The thing that made me think of that wasn't even like the deaths, which is a very good point.
Yeah.
But what made me think of that was that verses that Gucci had with who was it? It was Gucci.
Well, versus Jeezy.
Yeah, versus Young Jeezy.
Yeah, and then he's like,
right, and then they squashed that beef, and it was like, oh, this is dope. You know, black people coming together.
Yeah.
All that stuff. I like to see it. You love to see it.
I'd rather have that than like.
I would much rather see that, and that made me think rap.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rap music, and the beef that we have. That's. I don't mind a healthy competition. Like when 50 and Kanye had their beef, quote unquote beef.
Yeah,
that shit was hot.
Talking about music sales.
Right, music sales. That was some nice competition. That shit was kind of hot.
That's different.
A lot of hype.
Yeah.
Nobody died.
Nobody got shot, man.
That's the kind of beef that I like. Lyrical beefs.
Go ahead.
Speaking of rap music, something I want to leave behind is my disdain for new age rap music. That's a personal thing.
Okay,
I want to leave that behind.
Man, did you listen to that Polo G album?
I still didn't.
You're slacking.
I still didn't.
You are slacking, my friend.
It's just not on my mind. It's not on my rotation.
Man, it's your homework. You're supposed to do it. You're behind your homework, bro. Polo G made a great album. Very good lyrics in there. Still some violent stuff you might not like, but
I'm sure. I mean,
there is Polo G, great album. Listen to that one.
I do indulge in some violent lyrics from time to time. I dabble.
Yeah, go ahead.
Some Pac, some Biggie, some Don Tripp, of course. But I do think that I haven't really given the new age rappers of this generation the chance that they deserve.
There's some that's gonna be trash and there's some that's gonna be nice. Every generation.
I'm gonna take recommendations. I'm gonna take a recommendation. I said that before. I'm gonna follow up on that.
But let's leave student loans behind in 2020. Man.
Student loans, bro. What is with you in student loans, bro?
There's just so much I could be doing without student loans, bro.
What if we get sponsored by Sally Mae? You wouldn't take that?
I'll never sell my soul. Come on, bro. Don't do that to me. I'll never sell my soul, bro. I'm not doing that. Nah.
You wouldn't talk to the views about how important it is to invest in yourself.
I wish I had my never sell your soul gear on, bro. I'll never sell my soul like that, man. Sally Mae's the devil. Betsy DeVos, devil.
Oh, I agree with that. And Sally Mae, of course.
Who else? All those people that made this whole student loan thing happen, devils, man. There's people that can make it happen. They can fix some stuff, but nah, student loans we leave behind in 2020. Maybe just stop paying them.
There's too much money to be made.
How about everyone just stop paying them?
There's too much money. Then they're gonna take houses. They're gonna take cars.
Nah,
they're gonna
a collective
take
they can't do
paychecks.
If everybody does it.
I'm sure they can. They can track everybody.
Yeah, but if everybody does, what are you gonna do though?
Steal from everybody.
Now without resistance.
Whenever you work, they're gonna take like a third of your check each time now.
Yeah. I forgot they be doing. Yeah, student loans like wow, they really be doing that shit too.
Because people try to just not do child support and then they find you and take your paycheck.
We gotta leave that behind too, man. The government taking you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm done with this one.
Something else I want to leave behind is meaningless relationships. I don't know if we mentioned this in 2019, but I feel like 2020 kind of made you realize like who you're really tight with.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like if we haven't already left behind meaningless relationships, that's something we should do.
There was actually a good article I seen about the other day. I think Tyrone said one of the guests we have.
I think I saw that too. Yeah,
he was about how something about how men need to realize some of their friendships are based on.
Just like video games and going out to drink and stuff like that.
Stuff like that. That's like I think 2020 has done a decent job of seeing like who you're really close with and who's just like a buddy or some type of thing like that. Which is cool.
And I hope don't take offense to finding out that you just buddy with someone that you probably thought was a friend. I mean, it could happen, but just know that at least now you know.
Yeah, just know who's who. That's perfectly fine.
Right.
But getting back to music, let's leave country music behind in 2020.
What?
Let's leave country music behind.
I like some country bops. Jolene.
Who?
Jolene. You never heard the song Jolene?
I heard Charlene, a beautiful song by Anthony Hamilton.
Jolene, don't take my man or something like that. I'm not gonna sing it because I ain't got the voice for it. And Dolly Parton got some bops. What about that song Home? I'm gonna make this place your home.
No, I don't like that song at all.
What?
I don't like that song.
You're bugging. Stop the cap right now. You're capping.
Let's leave.
Stop that right now.
I listen to.
There's no way that song doesn't hit when you hear that.
Maybe there's is the 0.1% of good country music worth the 99% of trash? And I don't think so. I
think you went to the wrong side of country music when you first heard it.
Maybe I was in the mumble rap version of country music. Maybe I was. Don't care.
Mumble country.
We're leaving country music behind.
That'd be
country music
hot.
trash, man.
Lil Nas X didn't convince you that country music could.
Is that a country song?
That didn't convince you that was hot when it came out.
It was, but I don't know if it's a country song.
It's not a country song, but it has a lot of country elements that we like. I don't know. I think you hate the rootin' tootin', dog named Bo. My truck's my best friend.
Yeah.
Like that kind of like.
We don't want that. We don't want that.
Of course.
So, get out of here.
But the love songs, country has some great love songs. They have some great metaphors.
Carrie Underwood had a good song. Before He Cheats, that was my song, but that was kind of more popish than country.
It has some country elements, but I think it's more pop.
So it's like
country music has some great metaphors in their love songs. Talking about like the stars and I can't love you more than
I can't love you more than my banjo. Yeah. let's see.
Not that metaphor.
Let's move on.
I'm gonna give you some homework. I'm gonna give you some bops.
There's probably like a 0.1 or 2%, but the rest not worth it. Not worth it.
All right, stepping away from country music, but still dabbling in some race politics a little bit. I wanna leave behind the brothers and sisters who will still sleep. That's word to Dr. Umar. All right, there's too much going on right now for you to not know the importance of just like voting. I've seen some people saying, you know what, I don't care about the election.
Okay.
How can you say that?
Fair.
So many things need to change. We had the beginning of the year was trash, of course. Kobe died. Australia's on fire. Billions of animals dead. Hundreds are now endangered. And then police brutality just fucking took off. right before COVID. And now you're talking about it doesn't matter who we vote for.
True.
That is a ridiculous statement to me. And to me, that says you're still asleep. And one of my favorite quotes by one of my favorite authors and speakers, James Baldwin, says that to be conscious and black in America is to be in a constant state of rage. Of course. And I feel like if you're not upset, if you're just like, yeah, I'm chilling, bro. Fair. I want to leave you behind. So please don't get left behind.
Oh, you're leaving them behind?
Okay. Yeah, the ones who sleep. Please wake up, or I don't feel like there's a space in the conversation I want to be having.
How about we leave sleeping behind instead of leaving them behind, though? Because we kind of need them, though, at the same time.
I just want them to wake up, man.
Yeah.
So let's leave sleeping behind. Let's not leave them behind. Let's leave sleeping behind.
I like that a little better, man. I like that a little better.
You can come, but you got to wake up. You can't keep the narrative that voting doesn't matter, because it took way too long for black people to even have the power to vote, and they wouldn't try that hard to keep that power away from us if that power wasn't useful.
And since we're on a little bit of politics, not to say too much into politics, but I really want to leave identity politics behind, man. I don't like it.
Identity politics, in what sense? Like voting for your interests?
Like, oh, you ain't really black if you don't vote for me.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't like that shit. Don't like that shit.
Don't like it at all.
We gotta leave that behind.
I did not like that statement.
We gotta leave that behind. You ain't really black. Yeah. Nah, none of that nonsense. We can't do that no more. I know people look at black. I know people look at black Republicans fine. I know people look at Asian Republicans fine. I know people look at white Democrats. Man, we gotta leave this behind.
Hispanic Trump supporters.
We gotta leave this behind. It could look funny. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. It can look funny. But we cannot just be shunning people or saying they have to vote with somebody because they're Hispanic, or they're gay, or they're trans, or they're what, or they're factory work. We gotta get away from that a little bit, man. It's very toxic.
I do believe that, in a sense, if the interest of your people doesn't align with this candidate, then I'm gonna look at you funny if you're gonna vote for them.
Fair.
But I won't say that your identity is stripped away if you vote for this person. I wouldn't go that far.
Or if, go ahead.
I wouldn't go that far. Something else I want to leave behind. Body positivity for the wrong reasons.
Oh man, I had this on my list too, man.
And I was talking about this with someone, and I was telling my issues with the body positivity movement, and they were saying, no, the body positivity movement is for the people who are overweight or obese due to circumstances that they can't control. But that's for the right reason. I'm okay with that. If you can't help your weight, if you're on prednisone or steroids or things that make you gain weight that you can't control.
Which, by the way, is not a large percentage of people.
Exactly.
Just put it out there.
Exactly. If that's the case for you, you're in the minority. And of course, I will encourage you to still, see the beauty in yourself, because this is just out of your control. But if you can control your weight, don't hijack this body positivity movement to say, I'm fat because I want to be, and you have to accept this. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like saying, it's like saying something that is just not acceptable is. And I'm not saying being fat is unacceptable, but saying that something that is unhealthy and is not okay for your bones, your arteries, your organs is okay, should be accepted. I feel like that's wrong.
And I had this on my list. I was going through with the appraisal of unhealthy or just unwell living, No, I'm not anybody's doctor, If somebody's 5-10 pounds overweight or whatever, but I'm talking about I'm not talking about chubby or overweight, morbid, or even whatever you would call fat, whatever. I'm talking about 20-30 pounds overweight.
I'm talking about morbid.
I'm talking about like 5'10", 320.
But I'm beautiful.
And I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable in their own skin. But then to have this lifestyle promoted,
yes,
nah.
Because I feel like
if you're overweight, I'm not telling you you're bad. If you're morbidly obese, I'm not gonna say overweight. If you're morbidly obese, you're not a bad person.
Of course,
you're not a bad person at all. I'm not. I want people to make sure I'm clear.
I feel like that's clear.
But don't go on telling me that this is a great lifestyle that people should be proud of. Nah, don't do that.
Right,
we're not doing that.
Right. Nah, if you've ever seen my 600-pound life, those people are never really happy.
Yeah. We're not.
There's way too much going on once you get to that level.
I love food as much as the next guy, bro, but take it a little.
And I'm a cheat right now. I'm gonna give you two, because my next one is really, really related to this one, and it's that I want to leave behind the idea that everyone is beautiful. And it's kind of like body positivity, but just in general.
There's some real trash cans out there, man.
I feel like everyone can be beautiful. I feel like everyone can be beautiful, but not everyone is beautiful.
Of course.
You know, that guy who's only sober when he's sleeping, but when he's up, he's irate, beating on his wife and kids, and he's gonna hear you say everyone's beautiful. Like, you know what? I'm all right. Yeah. He's not all right. Don't make him feel all right. Stop that idea that everyone is beautiful. Everyone can be. Everyone can be. I believe that, but not everyone is. People who can control their weight should not be advocating for the acceptance of obesity. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that there.
I agree with you, man. I do agree with you. You know, you heard on December 21st, black people getting superpowers?
I'm patiently waiting, bro.
You heard about that?
I've heard of that. I don't know why. It's Saturn and Jupiter aligning.
Yeah, Saturn and Jupiter about to align for the first time, and
unlock something in our DNA.
Yup, and DNA is gonna unwind. And now you're about to. I'm about to be going, wow, when I'm invisible, boy. What?
That's what you're getting?
Ooh,
I feel like I'm about to get super speed.
Super speed gonna be.
I might miss your text because I'm about to be just zooming everywhere, bro. If you get left on right after 21st, don't mind me. Just know why. Just know why. I'm not there no more.
Yo, please leave this fake woke nonsense behind. Please. Stop it. Like I'm throwing horoscopes in there too, but leave these things behind.
I kind of like horoscopes.
These things are nonsense, bro.
I kind of like
horoscopes. DNA's
horoscopes.
gonna unwind, and all the black people around the world about to have superpowers. Stop it, man.
Our latent DNA that they said is useless, that they didn't even know the secrets of yet.
Stop it.
It's gonna get hit by the different wavelength of light, and once it gets hit by that different wavelength, it's gonna unravel. And when it unravels, we're gonna have abilities that we couldn't imagine before.
Who's making these things up?
I have no idea.
Who's making these things up?
But it's so well thought of, though. Like, you gotta give them credit,
bro. It's good. Yes, it's better than lizard people. Yeah, sure. It's better than lizard people.
Yes, of course. But is giant people better than lizard people? Like, there's the idea that giants once walked the earth. I haven't really looked into it much.
How do you think the pyramids got built? Come on, man. And they were aligned so perfectly at perfect angles and withstood the test of time for 3,000 years. Come on, bro.
You know what my favorite fake woke thing is? It's like Eddie Griffin. Like, I wouldn't call him fake woke. He makes a lot of good points. But he loses me sometimes, but what he says...
Comedian?
Yeah. His stand-up comedy is great. And he has a lot of, knowledge bombs that he drops. He loses me sometimes. I'll put him, on the cusp of the fake woke category. Because what he says makes just enough sense. Where you're like, huh. It makes just enough... I love listening to his stand-ups. I reckon if you want some good fake woke content... but not really fake woke, but just woke enough.
Wonderful.
Eddie Griffin, bro. I love it. I love it so much. That's my favorite type. He explained the pyramid, so I forgot what he said, but he explained it.
All the triangles, whenever you see the triangles, it's Illuminati, and every black person is in the Illuminati. Every black person.
It's on the dollar bill.
You know, that Illuminati thing pisses me off, man. It's thrown on every successful black person. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Will Smith. You know, they always gotta be in Denzel. They always gotta be Illuminati. Every successful black person got. I don't like that.
I was very sus of Jay-Z when I was younger for Illuminati.
He did make that weird ass video, though. I'm not gonna lie.
But he also made that weird ass line, when he said screaming Illuminati. He's like, "Fuck it, you got me." He never really denied it or anything.
I mean, because I'll be the same man. All right, I'm just Illuminati, guys. You guys got me. Come on.
That's the only thing you're gonna say about it. You're not even gonna deny it at first.
Fam.
You would deny it
How
at
long
first.
has it been thrown on you? Just fuck it, man.
No, but you would deny it at first, right?
It's like the Ryan Seacrest thing, man. I remember Family Guy made a joke about that, People always just say Ryan Seacrest is gay. And he just started joking about that. Oh, yeah, I'm gay. And then I was like, the joke.
But you would deny it at first, right? I'm not gay. But then if you keep saying it,
maybe he did deny it, man. I don't know, bro.
I just never heard any
Illuminati
denial.
throwing your name all the time. It's just it takes away from the success that these people garner.
And there was a whole thing with Martin Lawrence when Dave Chappelle was speaking about it, I think, too, when he ran out of the hospital talking about, they're trying to kill me.
Yeah.
And that was a whole conspiracy theory about that. They think that because of what he was about to expose, they were trying to get rid of him, and he escaped.
It's always somebody about to expose something, man.
I don't know I don't know if he ever got around to doing it,
leave this
to be honest.
Bro, y'all, there's so many things to be woke about that are happening right now.
Yes, I agree.
Y'all focusing on this bullshit. I don't get it. Look at what's going on in your politics. Look what's going on in your state governments, your city governments, and y'all focused on DNA unwinding because some planets aligned. Bro, get the hell out of my face, man. Go ahead, bro.
All right. I like that one. I like that one a lot. I also want to leave behind the idea that black women need to be strong mentally and emotionally at all times. I feel like they're under a lot of pressure, and every time I've seen, even when I was young, like a black woman go through something traumatic, stay strong. Oh, you're so strong. You know what I'm saying? And they don't really have the time or the space to be vulnerable, to be weak, to break down like you're supposed to, to really go through the process. They don't have that luxury often.
I agree with you. I just think I'll just even go to the step of like we need to allow black women to just be feminine.
Yes,
I feel like
absolutely.
I feel like we just don't allow that. You know,
absolutely.
And part of it has been pushed on about this. There's a couple sides to this.
There's a few. Yeah.
Part of it has been pushed on by I'm a black, independent, strong woman. I don't need no man.
Miss Independent by Neo inspired a lot of women.
Gotta get rid of like this I don't need a man type nonsense. No one's saying you need it. Love is a great thing. No one's saying you need it, but
it definitely helps.
Yeah.
100% helps.
The mindset that you never... Let's get away from that. We both need each other.
A good man, not just any man.
Yeah. And then there's also the thing that happened like so many single moms and...
Exactly.
And all your husbands going to jail.
And now you have to kind of be the masculine.
Exactly, right? So there's a couple things. I mean, we just got to start allowing black women to be feminine.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
I think they're under too much scrutiny. That's all I'm going to say.
A lot of scrutiny, a lot of pressure. It's not fair.
I got a little sister and all that. It's just like too much scrutiny on them.
They deserve... I mean... Yeah, they deserve as much, love, protection, and vulnerability as their white, Asian counterparts. Right.
Anybody else. All right, so switch it up a little bit, man. I'm gonna say this. I am really sick of live action remakes of unnecessary things.
Oh my god, I didn't think of that. That is such a good one.
This is going to Netflix. This is going to especially whose idea was it? Hey guys, we have an animated movie that's considered one of the best animated movies of all time. And by the way, they're all animals. Let's make it real life. Let's do real life animals.
Real life, but not really real life.
Yeah. Let's just do CGI animals. Like
I don't get it.
Whose brilliant idea was to remake Lion King? Whose idea was that?
I don't mind a remake, but the way that they remade it, making it live action just made no sense. That part made no sense.
The movie's on end. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid. I'm sick of seeing things like Death Note. I'm sick of seeing things like Dragon Ball Z. I'm sick of seeing things like Dragon Ball Z. I'm sick of seeing remakes of Mulan and other great movies that we have that do not need to be touched again.
Yep.
And being ruined. For what? And it's not even like, oh, okay, I'm going to make... some movies it makes sense to remake. Like... George Lucas, I'm not even the biggest Star. I'm not really a Star Wars fan. I like the video games.
I love Star Wars.
I'm not really. He made 4, 5, and 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first because I need superior technology that'll come in the future for the first 3 chapters. If you want to remake all of those movies, because now you have technology that would portray the movie better than you did in the 70s and the 80s, that makes sense. Like they did with Tron, they did with a couple of the what are those speed racing movies called? I forgot like those super sci-fi. Like it was like a super sci-fi like bike racing movie.
Yeah, Tron was definitely one of them.
Oh yeah,
Mad Max, I think.
Mad Max, like things like those make sense because now you're moving in with superior technology to make the movie better.
Yes.
I do not need a live action remake of Lion King, bro. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Of all animals, we're gonna live action remake this and build CGI of the same movie. That makes no sense. That makes no sense, bro. I'm sick and tired of seeing all of these classic movies redone that literally make no sense to do. Sci-fi and things of superior technology.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And
all the old
I'm all for remastered.
Yeah.
Video games do this and they do it well. Resident Evil, Last of Us, remastered. Just bringing it into the future just as it was. Halo did it too. Just taking what it was and improving it. And when they do these live action adaptations, let's look at Avatar for example. Not one of the worst. The worst. The worst live action adaptation of a gem of a show.
Like, why do I want that sour taste in my mouth?
They didn't even follow the storyline. They didn't follow the characterizations. They didn't even pronounce the names right. Aang became Ong. Sokka became Sokka.
Yo.
What?
We leave an M. Night Shyamalan behind too, bro.
That bro needs to be gone like 5 years ago.
That guy, bro.
Like 5 years ago.
Nah, we leave that guy behind, bro. Stop it.
I mean, I kind of like some of his movies, like Glass. And
maybe
those
some
were good.
Man.
But I'm with you on the live action remakes. I don't get it. Monster Hunter's coming out, and for some reason, it's not even like fantasy. It's military.
Yo,
what did the military?
What was Ghostbusters about, fam? Remember that all chick Ghostbusters?
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. I don't know one person that's watched it. You know, it had like the most likes to dislikes ratio, like one of the most likes to dislikes ratios on YouTube ever.
Likes to dislikes?
For amount of dislikes to
likes.
Oh,
you got more dislikes?
Yeah.
I believe
you know
it.
how hard is to get more dislikes for a movie trailer by a major studio?
Yeah, I believe it. It's pretty difficult, but I believe that Ghostbusters.
What was the point?
And now they have another one coming out.
Fam,
this time with the kids.
I don't know who's making these decisions. Stop doing it.
I get that they want to use nostalgia because
nostalgia's great.
It sells very well.
And if you can improve upon it, go ahead.
But I would much rather an expansion, right, than like remaking it and just changing and just ruining it.
And then one thing on top of this, I will say, to just build on the unnecessary remakes, unnecessary sequels. You know,
really?
There's some sequels that just ruin shit, man. I'm just like,
really?
Yeah, there's some bad sequels, man.
I haven't seen a bad sequel in a long time. I've been on a marathon of like all movies that I haven't really, like Scream and the Santa Claus, and all those movies were good, and so I haven't really seen a bad sequel in a while. So I don't know.
What was Iron Man 3, man?
Oh,
you know, like was Iron Man 3 really?
That wasn't unnecessary though.
The only reason why it wasn't necessary because it tied some parts out, but it was like that's not a good sequel, man. You could have put that in like a Captain America movie and just like have the whole thing with Piper happen with. Like there's just some movies.
You want an unnecessary sequel?
That don't need
Boss Baby's getting a sequel.
Yeah, it's just like why are these things getting made, man?
Why?
Yo, let them. If there's a movie like Incredibles 2 needs to be made because we had Jack and everything like that,
And it was asked for a very long time, so it was definitely necessary.
Go Pixar movie, by the way.
It was asked for.
Out there. There's just these movies that don't need to be made that keep getting made. These shows, I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm with you. Stop doing that. Go ahead.
Switching gears, like we're about to take a hard left. All right.
All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I want to leave behind the idea that the reason that this is women again. The reason that women.
They're gonna be on your ass, man.
Don't get me wrong. I love women.
Of course.
The reason that women are over-sexualized and objectified is only because of men.
Oh yeah.
I've seen people try to blame men alone, like just don't objectify them. They're people too, and that's common sense. That's obvious. But the reason that a lot of young men and a lot of older men too, I might be wrong here, but I'm guessing it's younger men in particular. Maybe not. Older men objectified a lot. I'm gonna backtrack that statement, but I've seen people just attribute the objectification and over sexualization of women solely to men, and I feel like that's not right. I feel like that's not fair. And the idea that women wear cute clothing, appealing clothing for themselves, I feel like that's not always true. I feel like that should get left behind, or at least discussed a lot more thoroughly.
Okay.
In the coming year.
Fair. We'll definitely touch on that episode. Women do. Touch on that episode.
Like, I'm not telling all those IG models to go post ass pics so that they can make money. They're the ones sexualizing themselves for their benefit.
Fair.
And so now when I come like, damn, that ass looks good, you don't say, well, treat me like a woman. Or like, I recognize you're a woman, but you show me your ass, so I'm going to comment on your ass. It seems fair.
Why would you comment on her ass when I'm showing you a picture of my ass? Why would you do that, you fucking sexist pig?
If you want me to see the sensitive,
that doesn't make any sense,
poetic, emotional sides of yourself, maybe show that to me, so I can speak on it. But if I'm just seeing ass and titties, I'm just like, I'm gonna comment on the ass and titties. Think about the ass and titties.
It's sexist, man. It's okay. It's just sexist, bro. Let's see sexism behind.
I see the argument that men created the culture that's what women have to do, but then again, we all choose what we do to make money. Man. There's a lot of women making money without selling their bodies.
I'll just say this right now. Amy Schumer, who I don't find funny at all, is very successful in her own lane. I have not seen her getting naked. Whoopi Goldberg, I ain't seen getting.
There's a lot of women making money without over-sexualizing themselves.
Fantasia's a very popular R&B singer. Did not see her. Christina Aguilera, we talked about that.
A lot of fitness models on IG do it by staying fit.
I'm not saying it's not harder, but not impossible.
Right.
Pick up on this woman thing, though. One thing I want to get away from Snowshine, right? It's 2020. About to be in 2021. there's these really old, archaic customs that we have related to the dating world, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody works now.
I know exactly where this is going.
There's two things. One, the first one might not be as serious, but I really don't like the idea of like, because you agreed to a date with somebody, you have to pay for the whole thing. Like the expectation of it, mm-hmm. Don't like that.
Okay.
I'm not saying I don't pay for first. I mean, I do pay for first dates a lot. I might just be complaining, but don't like the notion that all right, so you want a date.
So now it's your responsibility. 100%.
I have to pay for everything. You get lobster, steak, shrimp, 5-star caviar. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's you. You asked me here. I have to do it. I might hate you after that date. That's one thing, right?
Right.
But we're in 2021. The most educated female in this country is a black woman. Let's put this out there, right? So, there's more women in college than there are men in college.
Yeah.
Right? And which is leading to more women having degrees than men.
Right.
So, can you explain to me why? It sounds like women are trying to make some good money. That I'm covering all the household items, while I'm covering the mortgage, rent, car, groceries, and
all of it.
She's just keeping her side money. Can you explain that to
all
me?
of it? Nah, that ain't flying.
Can you explain that to me, bro?
No, I can understand.
I don't get it.
Paying the bills, and then she handles the groceries and the kid stuff and like decorations and stuff like that, and all you do is the bills. I can understand that, but every single thing. You have a housewife. Why is she working then?
I don't get it. So she can have her own money.
What about my own money?
Nah. Your own money is the house money.
But you live in the house.
Don't matter.
And you also make money.
It's my money. Go do my nails and shit.
Wait, aren't you paying for the nails too?
Probably, man. I bet you do.
I'm pretty sure you're paying for the nails and the hair too.
This whole thing sounds like a whole simp arrangement to me, man. That's what I'm saying. And a woman, this is bird brain behavior to come up with the expectation. Hey, we both work, but you pay for everything, and I got me. Mm-hmm. The fuck kind of relationship is that?
Isn't one of our friends recently?
What kind of relationship is that?
That's like a fetish now. It's called like what was it called? It's like money abuse or something, or money whoring, or it's when men love being taken advantage of financially by a beautiful woman, and like they look for like people to drain them.
It's called simping. That's what it's called. It's called simping.
That's my next thing.
I never heard some nonsense.
That's my next. Like we
gotta. That's atrocious.
Let's talk about simping. That's my next.
Man, I want women to come take all my. Yo.
Let's talk about simping.
All right, man.
All right. So I want to leave it behind, but that's gonna be extremely difficult because of what I believe to be the origin of the simp.
OnlyFans?
No. Or OnlyFans is not the origin. It's just a symptom. It's just a result of the simp. It's not the origin.
Incels?
No, that's also a result of the simping. It takes a village to raise a simp. All right, it's not just one particular thing you can point to.
Does it now?
Yes, our culture is very conducive to the environment where simps are incubated and raised and let out into the world.
Yeah, you gotta explain to me. You gotta break it down to me, bro.
Listen to music, watch movies, look at art, and a common theme that you'll find if you just start looking for lyrics, not even like particularly rap or Afro beats or anything, but that's what I listen to for the most part. Okay. But listen to lyrics and try to pinpoint how many times the guy, in order to like win the woman over, say, I'll get you everything, or you can have all my money, I'll give you all my money. Next time you listen, try to pinpoint that and see how many times that's getting inundated in young impressionable minds. And that's just one app. Is
it not like also a bunch the other way though? If we're just going down the music argument or something like that, like
that's one facet of it.
But it sounds like, oh, she sucked me off, or she,
Yeah, but to get that, I threw some bands, I threw some cash. To get that, come home with me because I can give you everything you want. I'm gonna give you everything you want, and then I'm worthy.
What about like the hero thing though? Like the Superman, the superhero, like Captain Save-A,
Superman and Captain Save-A was very different.
Different. But like that whole mindset, like the Mario thing, I rescued you, and now you're my
Oh, you talk about like nice guys thinking that they deserve.
Yeah.
I feel like that's different.
Okay.
And that's very related though, because that goes along the vein that you get cozy with her, you go everywhere she wants you to go, you buy all the things she wants you to buy, you're very nice to her. Now you feel like you deserve it because of the culture that surrounded you, saying that when you do these things for women, they want you back.
I thought you said the money thing though.
Right. There's money, and there's also I'm gonna give you everything you want.
Okay.
That's also very prevalent. Look at romantic movies.
Yeah.
Right. The guy has to bend over backwards, oftentimes humiliate himself publicly, for the woman to then feel like, okay, now I can take this man. Now he's deserving of me. It happens a lot.
Okay,
it happens quite a bit. And when you're young and you feel like, and you're trying to figure out how the world works, and this is what you're exposed to, you really believe this is how the world works. And then you go out and now you start dating. You're like, all right, I want to be cool like DeVito, like Malik Berry, like like Drake, like all these people that I respect. I want to be cool like them. And what do they say? How do they get women? They give them everything they want.
Fair. Okay, so that is fair. That's fair. I agree with you to an extent, but there also may be other factors. But yes,
that's going to be an episode. That's going to be a whole discussion.
Let's leave Sims behind.
I want to leave Sims behind, but that's going to be tough.
Switching gears. I never want to. I honestly don't want to hear this name ever again. 2021. Can we leave Trump behind in 2020?
Trump?
Yes.
That man's not going nowhere.
Can we do that? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everything that surrounded him. I'm tired of all the beefing, the fights, the arguments. I'm tired of the.
He ain't going nowhere.
I'm tired of the wall. I'm tired of MAGA.
Oh, that's gone, but he ain't going nowhere.
I'm tired of MAGA. I don't want to hear none of that.
Oh, MAGA's gone too, but I think it's already been decided that Trump is going to be the definitive leader of the Republican Party even after he's not president.
It's not even. Everything which I don't want to hear this name again, bro. It's too much.
I hope that news networks stop covering his tweets. I really do, because now I get that they're official government statements, so they have to be covered. But I hope that once he's out of office, then it just disappears. But I doubt it.
I'm tired of it, man.
I doubt he's gonna shut up.
Yeah. Anything else you want to leave behind? I got a couple more things.
I got a couple more.
Go ahead.
I also want to leave behind. This might be controversial. I want to leave behind the distrust of the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, you lost me here, buddy.
I recently went through a scare, right, where someone close to me fell ill, and they were very susceptible. They were at risk,
of course,
asthma, and we thought it was COVID, and we really went through it. And I remember at that time I was like, if there's anything at all I could do, if she makes it, anything at all I could do,
mm-hmm.
or we could do to protect her, I'm gonna do it.
I see where you're going with this. And go ahead.
A lot of people, I mean, I'm not anti-vax, right? I believe that vaccinations are very important and stuff like that. And I know that this COVID vaccine came up pretty quickly, but I feel like it had to.
I mean,
it had to. And we have the brightest minds in the world working on this for months on end. It's not surprising.
Not doubting that, sir. Not doubting any of this, but we should still be a little. So, now I understand why you would want this person in your life that's very important to you, who is also very susceptible to get that COVID vaccine. They can do that because either way they'll be at risk from the vaccine or they'll be at risk from COVID. As someone like myself, who is not as at risk per se.
You're conventionally healthy.
I don't want to go anywhere near that thing, honestly.
I get it.
I mean, once again, and I hope YouTube doesn't take any of this down, but traditionally, and I've looked this up from New York Times and NPR, World Health Organization, vaccines take a very long time to get approved and to be fully, I don't know what the word is, like clinically proven to be successful.
Right.
Like vaccine rates take like 10 years. First you do all the science, you do all the data, then you have to go to test trials. Test trials take the longest because you have to find out the side effects and the effects, if it works, how it affects the body afterwards.
And this has been tested.
But for the trials, that's when we get into nobody really knows what are the effects of this happening because it's only been so few people. I understand where you're going for people that are at risk, but for me myself,
I understand that point of view as well. Not only from the fact that it takes long, but just as a person of color.
Yeah.
Look at the Tuskegee experiments.
Of course, yes. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's just.
So I understand it, but I feel like we have to. The fact that it came about so quick could just be a feat. There was demand. There was demand, and they put the brightest minds up against it for months. I'm pretty sure those people didn't sleep, and then they got it out, and now it's amazing. And it could be.
I'm still very. It's not cynical, but skeptical. Not cynical, but skeptical, and I think that's fair.
That's just something I just feel like there's too much negative talk about it, and I want to give it a chance.
All right.
It could help a lot of people.
Now I'm gonna transition back to there's a couple of things on like Hollywood TV I want to get back into, but last serious thing I'll say that we need to get rid of. Last serious thing is we need to get rid of billionaires, man.
We're gonna have a trillionaire, so billionaires are gonna be a thing of the past.
I mean,
billionaires will be a thing of the past. It's gonna be trillionaires now.
It's honestly absurd to think how much money $1 billion is. You can't comprehend it. And
I saw this.
Even if it's the value in a company that one person holds, like Bezos or Zuckerberg, like all the money is like, that's why they're so valuable. Even if that's the case, the fact that one person, Kanye West, no one person should have all this power. It's crazy. We talked about this a little bit on the Billionaire episode. Like I believe it was Rockefeller, Johnny Rockefeller was so rich, or it might have been Morgan. It might have been Morgan or Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan or John Rockefeller was so rich that he bailed out the government when they were like just imagine that, bro. Imagine being that rich.
A one person who can bail out his government.
And
that's crazy.
Just to say this right, you have of one person being so rich that they're able to bail out the government. You have, like we said, the warehouse, like traditional, like Amazon and Walmart that's selling products, whatever. The crazy thing is, these people have so much money, and then their employees make minimum wage or less, and end up on government assistance. That doesn't make any sense, bro. I work for the richest company in the world. I need the government to give me money.
It makes me mad, actually.
It's crazy to think about. And people, I don't think people really think about this. Like, you work for Walmart, and people's like, you gotta get a better job. Like,
right, but Walmart is like one of the
There's only so many jobs, and it's like you said, what you're about to say, it's the biggest and one of the richest companies in the world. Why am I on food stamps if I work for them?
Right.
Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It makes me mad. I can't think of that clearly right now because like you said, it doesn't make sense. I don't get it, and I don't think there's anything really being done about it.
I'm talking about not like $1 billion, which is still like you can't even imagine how you would spend $1 billion. I'm talking $100 billion.
Like, how many problems you can. All right.
Problems wouldn't exist half these problems wouldn't exist if you didn't have all that money. You it's literally like, we're playing a game of Monopoly, and I'm on Boardwalk. I'm on all the light blues, and I got all the oranges. All
no
the
idea
greens.
What that means. Never played Monopoly.
Wow, Force. We'll fix that soon. Boardwalk, and there's the two blue pieces at the very end of the board. They're like the most expensive when you build houses and hotels on them. You have that, and then you also have the orange properties. You have the green properties. You have the pink properties.
Mm-hmm.
You have the yellow properties, and the cheapest are the brown properties, which is the beginning of the board.
That's racist.
Maybe I'm.
That's racist, sir.
maybe I'm in my colors wrong. I own all these properties, and I'm like, oh, here you go. You get the brown ones, and it's just crazy. I have everything.
Yeah.
On a finite amount of resources, and I'm just hoarding everything. I'm just a hoarder. I'm Ebenezer Scrooge, man.
Monopoly is the correct word because I feel like that's how you get to that level. Watch out for Disney. Watch out for Amazon because they
AT&T.
They come in for everything.
AT&T with one.
Isn't that how J.P. Morgan got rich off the monopoly of the railroad industry?
Yeah, one of them. I know Vanderbilt did off the railroads as well. But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right, something else I want to leave behind.
Whole different episode, but go ahead.
Right. Mm-hmm. I think it's my last serious one as well.
Yeah.
It's the idea that marriage is the highest form of commitment.
I should have had this on mine as well. Wow. Preach. Go ahead, bro.
So,
go ahead.
Just for a quick little thing, like if you are living together with your significant other right now in quarantine, mm-hmm. and you can make it through, mm-hmm. I feel like that's more symbolic of commitment and love than a ring and a government contract.
I believe you're right. I believe you're right. Go ahead.
If that man is in quarantine with you and he's still with you at the end of it, that man loves you. No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
He is committed to you 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And
100%.
I wouldn't, maybe not 100%, but he's more committed to you than, I would say he's more committed to you than a man who went and bought you a ring and said, I love you. That, for me, is way more symbolic of commitment than marrying you. Because you can, it blows my mind that so many marriages fail, right? But you can just marry anybody you meet. Why is that a symbol of commitment?
People get married in Vegas, baby.
I can meet someone today and marry them, but does that mean I love her with all my heart now? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense logically. I get the emotional reasons for it. I get the Disney fairy tale, the feelings that you get, the tax breaks, sure, if that's worth it to you. But I really want to get away from that idea, man. If you guys bought a house together, if your name is on my lease with me, that is a crazy commitment.
Hey.
If I adopted a child or a pet with you, that is a crazy commitment. Like, how can you still have all that? I'm in a house with you that we both got, with animals that we both got, with kids that we both made, and you're like, do you really love me? Are you really committed to this? Like, really? Just because I didn't put a ring on your finger.
I mean, I think it's because of the consequences, man. You know, if we break up, you're losing all this shit, right? That's how you know I really love you. If you want to lose
why do I have to risk my life to prove that I love you? Isn't love?
You wouldn't risk your life to prove you love me? You wouldn't jump in the bullet for me?
Well, that's not to prove that I love you, though. That's just to save your life. That's to do something for you.
Yeah,
that's what love is about.
If you love me, you would save me.
No, love is about doing something for you.
If you love me, you would save me. Man.
Exactly, I would save you. But how was putting a ring on your finger and getting a government contract saving you?
Because now I know that if we break up, you'll lose half your shit.
And that's me saving you? Or is that just you hurting me or having, like, insurance?
Too many questions. Just marry me.
It seems like an insurance policy. Take out an insurance policy.
It probably is an insurance policy, sir. And all right. I agree with you.
I want to talk about that more because prenup is a whole thing.
We'll get into it. If you survive quarantine, quarantine broke up a lot of couples. But that's one I also want to leave behind in 2020. Quarantine. I hate quarantine. I hate quarantine so much. I hate not being able to play basketball as much. I was playing basketball 3-4 times a week. I hate not being able to play basketball. I hate not being able to go to the gym. I hate not being able to go out for a bite to eat in a store.
Right.
You know, not that I was going crazy with that before, but even having the option to.
Yeah.
You know, I like going to the movie theaters.
Oh, movies is a big one.
I like going outside without a fucking mask on.
Yeah.
You know, my language is a little profane, excuse me, but like it's just quarantine.
Quarantine make working from home so trash. Like, working from home would have been lit if you could just still leave your house after you're done working, you know what I'm saying?
Fact. Yeah, right. Like, you know, like, if you could just, you know, like, work from home is cool, and I was doing it for a while, but I'm sick of quarantine.
I'm with it.
And I'm also sick of not being able to go to the gym, which is
yeah.
another thing I want to talk about, but gym memberships are crazy overpriced, and I think that's something we got to leave behind. Gym memberships are wildly overpriced.
You know, they're still well, some of them are open, but wasn't they still charging us?
Still charging
during
quarantine, which is... Yeah. Man, these big gyms.
I understand though, because you still gotta, pay the rent of the building for the space that you're in. But
maybe the government should do something about that. But that's just me. You know, maybe like
they gotta get bailed out by Bezos first.
Probably, but
he could pay off student loans. You know that, right?
Oh, he easily could, man. I only got $50K, bro. maybe 40, might be 30. I don't know, man.
Oh, you a lucky man.
Hey, what's 50K to Jeff Bezos, man? That's a hamburger to my McDonald's, man. But on a lighter note. A couple things that we need to get rid of. Reality TV is one of
What kind? Like the drama kind?
Yes.
All right, but not like documentaries. I wouldn't consider that reality TV, right?
Reality TV.
All right, some reality
I'm talking about like Love and Hip Hop. I'm talking about Jersey Shore.
Flavor Flav. Is that still on?
I'm talking about Real Housewives, The Bachelor, like all this.
Yeah.
Garbage,
The Bachelor, The Bachelorette.
Garbage.
Only white bachelors and bachelorettes, by the way.
I think there's one black one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But garbage excuses for that passes entertainment. No. I don't know why people watch these things.
People like drama.
Go watch this review. Go watch Money Heist. Go watch Attack on Titan. You know, like go watch a nice piece of art.
They like the ratchet drama. Man. They like the ratchet. A lot of people look for ratchetness in their entertainment.
I don't know that.
Ratchetness sells.
But on a sadder note, we gotta leave The Office behind 2020.
The what?
The Office.
Why?
It's leaving Netflix. It's going to the NBC streaming verse. And
NBC.
Yeah, NBC has like their own Peacock like thing going. I don't know, some weird thing, which is really annoying for sports. But
I didn't even know about that.
I understand we all love The Office. I understand you watched it 4 or 5 times. I understand it's one of your favorite sitcoms.
We gotta leave that. Why not just bring NBC?
We just gotta start new shows, man. We have to start new shows and move on.
What show is out there that compares to Office that's new though?
It's Always Sunny.
That's new?
It's Always Sunny.
Isn't that done?
No.
It's still going on?
Yeah, It's Always Sunny. It's phenomenal. Still going on. You know what? You won't even know because you're so stuck on The Office so much, man. Move on, fam.
I guess.
Move on.
I guess.
The Office is good to watch, you know, maybe once every few months. You know, you want to rewatch the whole series. Or maybe every night you just jump around from episode to episode. Right? You gotta move on.
I'm okay with that.
There's other shows.
I'm not that into it like
other
other
shows
people.
to watch. There's other movies to enjoy. Can't keep watching The Office all day, man.
I'm alright with it.
That's one of them.
All right. I'll say this is more niche, but to my gamers out there, stop calling a video game dead as soon as it's not viral or the most popular game anymore.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
That's weird.
That's really annoying.
It's just weird.
And weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fall Guys, every time Fall Guys gets brought up, that dead game.
I mean, like,
It's still popping.
I played Fall Guys the
And
other
it's
day.
still very fun. It's still popping. It's still very fun.
That new season, I've been playing I've played like a month or so, but I played a new season.
Mm-hmm.
Very entertaining.
Exactly. And as soon as the game comes out, or if there's a couple bugs or a couple glitches, and just F this game forever and ever.
I usually agree with you. That's that whole Cyberpunk.
It depends on the studio. If it's EA or like,
Oh, yeah,
if it's EA, then yeah, F that.
We can leave EA behind.
EA gotta get left behind. But if it's like CD Projekt Red, those guys are very, very committed to the games, bro.
They effed up Cyberpunk, man.
Witcher 3 is one of the most acclaimed games ever, and that
on.
had a very buggy and glitchy release as well, just from
so
the size.
there's
I understand that the sheer size of the game.
So why not just work on a couple more months, just so you? It's probably shareholder pressure and all the thing,
bro. But when you are as a developer, I know this,
Yeah.
and as non-developers, it might be hard to understand. But it's very hard to find a lot of the bugs and glitches that players find. You can play test, you can hire testers all you want, but until it's released, you have like it's almost I would say damn near impossible.
If you have so many play testers though, they should be able to highlight some of these issues that they run into on the first hour of playing the game though.
Well, I'm sure they probably highlighted a bunch of them. We don't know how many issues got fixed by play testers.
I agree with you, man.
We don't know how many. I'm sure it was a bunch. I'm sure it was a buttload, like a whole lot of it. But to say that just give everyone this game in the studio altogether, given the track record that this studio has, like Bethesda, EA, I can get why you'd be like shaky and stuff like that, but not this studio, man. Give Cyberpunk a chance.
Cool. But to wrap this up, man, 2020 been a wonderfully horrible year.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're still alive, it's a blessing. A lot of people haven't made it this far.
Yeah.
You know, and just take some time to spend with your loved ones. You know, things that take. We gotta have some things we're looking forward to in 2021. You know, that's why I want to end the episode. You know, I'm looking forward to being able to work out again in the basketball court.
I'm not very hopeful for 2021 though. I don't see this COVID thing slowing down. It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Man, I'm just. Let me have some. There's a vaccine, man. Just let me be optimistic about the vaccine, man.
I'm hopeful about that. I should say that. Yeah, that's true.
There's a 0.01% that some of my student loans get canceled, so I'll hold on to that hope.
Student loans about to come back into repayment too, right?
Yeah, they are. And I'm still paying my federal loans right now, so Sally Mae still getting me. She didn't delay her shit.
Oh really?
Nope, only federal. Sally Mae still collecting her money, fam.
Oh wow.
Only the federal loans got paused, man. Like the grants and all that type of stuff.
That hurt.
All the private loans you're taking out, still on.
I already paid that, so I guess I got lucky.
So, let me look forward to playing basketball again in the court. For the coaching basketball again, you know.
I'm looking forward to movie theaters, man.
Movie theaters, going out to eat at my favorite restaurant. You know, I've been to visits in a hot minute.
You remember that feeling like walking out of the theater, like back into the world?
What,
like it was like the world didn't exist for like that hour and a half.
What? When I saw Infinity War.
Infinity Wars, Man of Steel too. Like it's incredible. I miss movie theaters, man. I want it back. Let us know what you guys are leaving behind in 2020 and what you're looking forward to in 2021. Are you optimistic? Are you more pessimistic about 2021? Comment down below if you're on YouTube. Love to hear your thoughts about that.
Opinion Factory Podcast. Follow us on Apple, Stitcher, YouTube, Spotify. We want to thank all our fans for giving us a wonderful year of listening. And we'll keep coming by every single Wednesday, 7 a.m.
all 2020, we've never missed an episode. Every single week, like clockwork. We got y'all, man. We got y'all. We're here for y'all.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share with your friends, family, loved ones. And we will see y'all
next week.